Our next guest was supposed to be here performing with her band, KAZKA, but they were unable to leave Ukraine because of the war. Please welcome Oleksandra, Zaritska, better known as Sasha, and her translator, Oksana, to the South by Southwest studio. But before we begin our conversation, I want you all to see this powerful video. There was life before the Russian invasion of Ukraine. KAZKA was preparing to come here to South by Southwest for the first time to perform. And then, war. Sasha, Oksana, thank you so much for joining us. That was powerful.
Okay, thank you so much, and hi everyone. It's a big honor to be here.
You told me your English isn't good. You speak English better than me, so I think
it's not.
Oksana, I don't think we'll even need you. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're at South by, the fact that you decided to come, I think people need to realize how powerful this is, because there is an ongoing war.
Yeah.
And you have bandmates. They're two men. And how come they couldn't join us?
Today is the 24th day of war in Ukraine. Russia started, and it's going like for a month, I think, yeah? Almost month. And all my band in Ukraine now, there are 3 guys and 3 girls. We have a band in the 7-person with me. Girls singing folklore voices, and guys are musicians, and they are all in Ukraine, and they are volunteer now and standing by Ukraine, so fighting for Ukraine. I thinking a lot of if it's okay to go here, because I really love my country and I wanted to be there and help how much I can. But I make a decision to come and to talk about the war, talk about Ukraine, how our people are so wonderful and really сильні,
strong, powerful,
сміливі,
brave.
Yeah. And I love Ukraine so much, and now I love Ukrainians so much because we are so united now, and it's really wonderful. And I decided to go here, and we all wanted to be here, but
you've been practicing for months.
Of course, we was practicing for 2 years, because we wanted to go to South by Southwest to like maybe 2 years, and there are COVID pandemic, and then war in Ukraine. So it's terrifying, and well, I hope we will go like everybody. Like in another year, like in 23 of
2023.
Yeah. I think everybody will be here, and it will be all nice.
It's difficult to perform in any situation.
Yeah.
But here you are, you're performing, but your heart and your mind is also in Ukraine. And so how do you balance that, where you're here, you're trying to tell the story of Ukraine and the brave Ukrainian people, you also have to perform, and you also have family and friends who are fighting in the war?
Okay, I'll go to Ukrainian if it's okay, because I have so many thoughts, okay? Так, як моя сім'я і мої друзі.
My family and my friends
всі в Україні.
are all in Ukraine at the moment.
Я перший час теж допомагала, чим могла, як волонтер.
When the war started, I of course volunteered as well.
Але я
But
зрозуміла, і
I
мій
understood,
продюсер
and
допоміг
my
мені
producer helped
думками,
me
що я
understand
можу
that too,
набагато більше зробити.
that I could actually do more if I come here.
Да, і
So-
дуже багато зараз підключається ЗМІ.
And a lot of media have shown attention.
Дуже багато американців допомагають і
Lots
підтримують.
of Americans actually support us and help us
І
in
дуже
our
багато
effort.
питають, як вони можуть
And lots of
допомогти.
people ask us what else they can do, how else they can help.
Так, і я тут, щоб
And
розповідати, чим
therefore
вони
I'm
можуть
here
допомогти
so that
Україні.
I could inform them in which ways they can help.
Да. Тобто є декілька варіантів. Американці можуть
And there's several ways in which they can be of help.
американці можуть робити donation.
Americans can donate,
Американці можуть розмовляти
Americans
і
can,
говорити з
talk and actually inform
політиками,
politicians, their politicians. They can lobby our interests with their
так,
politicians
і просити закінчити
and
війну, тому
ask
що вони можуть це робити
for the
набагато
war to be
швидше.
ended much faster.
І я тут для того, щоб підтримати усіх
And I'm here
своїх.
just to support everybody.
Well, the fact that you're here, it is itself is so symbolic and so powerful. I want you to know that South by Southwest has been selling 2 pieces of merchandise, a button and a shirt, and the sales from those 2 pieces of merchandise go to support the Kyiv Independent.
wow, I didn't know that.
There are people who are trying to give donations. This is Ukraine, and what's happening in Ukraine is the one rare thing that has united most Americans. Republicans and Democrats are coming together saying we have to support Ukraine, and so it has united Ukrainians. And a majority of Americans see the barbarity, the atrocity of the war conducted by Putin, and their hearts go out for the Ukrainian people. I want to ask you this question. You're here as an ambassador for a nation.
Yeah,
and
I'm introducing my country.
And for a people who
yeah.
right now are under war. What's the story that people need to know that isn't being told right now?
Ну, по-перше,
First of all,
треба реально розуміти, що це справжня війна відбувається
we
в
have to
Україні.
understand that it's a real war, full-fledged war that is happening in Ukraine right
Зруйнована
now, and
дуже велика частина України.
lots of parts of Ukraine are
Це
actually
не
in
тільки одне
ruins.
місто,
And it's not just one
дуже
town
багато
or one city, it's actually a lot
І
of
навіть мій рідний
towns.
Харків,
And
звідки я
even
родом,
Kharkiv, the city where I am from,
він зруйнований дуже сильно.
it is
майже
very
повністю.
much damaged. It's in parts of it are in ruins.
І місце,
And
де я жила,
the
це
place
біля
where I
Києва,
used to live next
вона
to
зараз
Kyiv, a
повністю
town,
окупована
it's
російськими
right now
військами.
fully occupied by the Russian troops.
Так. Я навіть не знаю, чи
And I don't even
мій
know
дім
if
стоїть,
my
чи
house
вже
is
він
still
повністю
there or
зруйнований.
if it's just been in shambles.
І я дуже хочу,
And
щоб всі американці
I
і
want
взагалі весь світ розуміли,
Americans
наскільки
and
це
the whole
серйозно.
world to understand how serious the
що
situation
не
is,
тільки Україна
and that it's
зараз
not
в
just
небезпеці.
Ukraine is in danger at the moment.
People sometimes forget that Ukraine was first invaded in 2014 by Vladimir
Yeah.
Putin. This is ongoing.
Yes, it's almost 8 years.
8 years. And there was an assessment by Putin that, I'll take over Ukraine in a day. What is it about the Ukrainian people and their resilience?
Ukrainian peoples are great because they are so brave, and all of the people, not only military, not only soldier, they all standing for Ukraine. Everybody, every person. This is how this small country протистоїть.
Is opposing or is defending itself against Putin's
Yeah.
aggression.
І це насправді
In reality, that's
це це так не буває. Тобто дуже маленька країна вже майже місяць протистоїть
it's almost
величезній
impossible.
Росії.
It's a tiny country that's been standing up to Russia for such a long time by itself.
Да,
It's a
і є
miracle of
величезна
sorts.
небезпека в
There's
тому,
a huge
що
danger
російські війська підривають
in that the Russian
і
troops
бомбардують
basically keep shelling
атомні
and
станції.
bombing our atomic stations.
Так, і також є
And
загроза
there is a threat to the whole world basically of some sort of atomic explosion.
Так, тобто
Nuclear
і Європа в
explosion.
небезпеці,
So
і взагалі
Europe
весь світ це може піти
is
далі.
under threat as well because this can develop and go on.
Putin says, I'm going to eventually take over Ukraine, no matter how long it takes. Ukraine belongs to Russia. What response do you have to that?
Я можу сказати
I
те,
can
що
say that
наші люди ніколи
our
не
people will
здадуть
never surrender and never give
Насправді, ми
Ukraine
будемо
in.
тримати
We
до
will keep
останнього.
standing and we will keep standing to the very end.
Це і дуже страшно
And
одночасно.
it's also very
і,
scary at the same
тому що
time,
ми знаємо, я
because
знаю
we
свій
know,
народ,
and
і я
I
знаю,
know my
що
people,
ми
I know that
ми будемо стояти
we
до
will
останнього.
not give in, we will keep standing.
Тому це
And
велика
therefore,
трагедія.
it's a huge tragedy that's unfolding.
And the huge tragedy has resulted in, I think the number is 3 million Ukrainian refugees now
Yeah.
who are forced to leave. That number has increased. Last year was, about 2 weeks ago, it was 2 million.
Yeah, it's only girls, mothers, and children, but all the men are standing in Ukraine from 18 till 60 years.
And these men do not have training. Some they're just
No, it's my dad also there in military. Як сказати, тероборона?
It's like territorial defense. It's kind of like
Вони проходять навчання.
yeah, people who are learning to do simple tasks that are actually dangerous because you have to be on the streets and
war.
coordinate things.
Yeah.
It's like volunteer/National Guard.
yeah, but they're not soldiers. So
They're not soldiers.
Overnight.
They're not soldiers. They're trained to do.
Але їм дають зброю.
But they're armed, yes,
And so I've seen these videos, they're heartbreaking, where moms and daughters are hugging their fathers and brothers
Yeah.
as they're trying to flee, and the men are staying behind to fight, and also some women are staying behind to fight. For you, now that you're here, you know, how does your heart just ache to know that just a month ago,
Yeah.
your friends who are not soldiers
Yeah.
now are learning how to pick up a gun and fight, perhaps to the death if necessary?
You know, мої друзі
My
настроєні
friends-
дуже позитивно.
my friends are all very positive about this.
Знаєте,
They actually
немає
want
такого,
to do
що,
this. Nobody has negative
Нікого не
feelings.
заставляють.
Nobody is forced into this situation. Everybody
choose it.
embraces it.
Yeah.
It's their choice.
Так, всі, і мій тато, і мій
My
бойфренд, і
father
всі мої друзі,
and all my
це
friends,
їх рішення.
this is their decision.
захищати
They
країну.
want to be defending their country.
If I can ask, when you said you're leaving for America, what did your father tell you?
Насправді мій тато дуже щасливий,
My
що
father is
я
actually very happy
не в Україні,
that I'm not in Ukraine right now and not under, the bombs and the bullets.
Тому що ми знаходились
Because
в епіцентрі
we actually were living right in the middle, smack in the middle of all the action, military action, and we lived with, for 4 days we were really in the middle of shelling.
I think it's again important for people to know this is an ongoing war.
Yeah.
This is not a skirmish. This is not a conflict. This is war.
Right.
Russia's ultimate goal is to take over, and Putin, being an authoritarian, he says that he's willing to go at all costs. That means how many people die, how many people are bombed, and what we're seeing is Ukrainian people stand up to Putin, and that includes your father, your friends, your fellow bandmates who are not soldiers, who should be here right now, singing next to you. It's painful, but to see you here is also very inspirational. And for many Americans, we are surprised by the leadership of President Zelensky.
Yeah.
So, because we knew,
He's a hero, yeah.
He's a hero. But I think in Ukraine, I think Americans sometimes don't know, he was a comedian.
Yeah.
He was an actor.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that this comedian and actor who became the president would be able to lead the nation at this moment?
Наш президент насправді всіх нас дуже здивував
Our
своєю
president
хоробрістю.
did surprise us all with his bravery and courage.
Йому
And
пропонували
he did have offers to leave the country,
але він сказав, що
but
буде
he said
стояти
that
до
he will
останнього.
not. He will stand with the
І вся
people till
його
the very
команда,
end, and all his
всі
team
вони
also
там.
made the same decision to stand by his side and with the Ukrainian people.
As we're talking about how Ukraine has united the world, European nations, most Americans, there are also some Americans and some American outlets who seem to love Putin and seem to love doing Russian propaganda. So what do you have to say to them, the ones who seem to admire Putin?
Ну, насправді мені дуже шкода, що є такі люди.
Actually, I'm sorry to hear that such people do exist.
Особливо ці люди в
Especially
Росії.
people in Russia.
І вони
And
дуже довго були під
for a long time they have been
натиском.
under this totalitarian pressure
Вони не мають
or
прав.
authoritarian pressure. They don't have the rights in the democratic sense of the
Вони
word.
також притісняються як ЛГБТ
For example, LGBT people are not really given rights in Russia. They don't have the right to even free speech and to say what they need to say. So it's sexism, racism, and all the other unfortunate phenomena.
І тому вже 20 років вони знаходяться під
For 20
пропагандою.
years they live under this pressure of propaganda.
And it's important that you say that because it's an authoritarian ruler. There's disinformation. His own people are being misled. Do you have anything against the Russian people? Or for you, is it this is Putin?
Yeah. Переведи, будь ласка.
Чи маєш ти щось проти росіян самих, чи ти вважаєш, що це вина тільки Путіна? Чи ти вважаєш, що російський народ теж винен у цьому?
Я думаю, що російський народ теж.
I think Russian people also have a hand in this and are responsible for this. They have not done stuff. They have been silent about what's going on in their country.
Наразі мовчання прирівнюється
And in this situation, silence equates complacency with the war politics.
If you had a message for Putin, what would it be? And if you have one, can you look at him right now and tell him?
Okay. Actually, we have, скажу українською. Ми записали
We actually have recorded a song yesterday.
Вона належить Бобу Ділану.
It's a Bob Dylan song. It's a cover.
Називається Masters of War.
Right.
And it's my message to Putin. So
you're here in America, and you did a Ukrainian version of Bob Dylan.
Not Ukrainian, just my
cover.
Your cover of Bob Dylan as a message to.
Yeah, and I want Putin to hear it. So
hopefully he
Nice.
will. Hopefully, if he hears someone other than his own voice. I want to talk about your band very quickly because your band, which was formed several years ago, it took pride in being Ukrainian, and you sing in the Ukrainian language. That was a very intentional decision. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we are introducing Ukraine, like our band, and we are singing in Ukrainian like all the time. And our song Plakala
Means cry.
Yeah, it means cry.
I did my research.
Our song Plakala was the third song in the global Shazam. And
wow.
Yes, it was like we didn't expect that. And Ukrainian language was in everywhere, in the whole world. So everybody now know how sounds Ukrainian songs. So we always introduce in Ukraine, and we're really proud to be Ukrainian. І я хочу знову на українську перейти. І я дуже сподіваюся, що зараз цією ситуацією знають і бачать, яка
Україна everybody will be able to see how strong Ukraine is and how powerful we are, and that everybody is supporting us so much. So we think that people see us finally.
So you're an ambassador for Ukraine. You're also a voice for Ukraine. Thankfully, South by Southwest attendees can listen to you tonight at the South by Southwest conference. I have a request for you. Would you be willing to honor us with your voice, and can you sing a part of the Ukrainian national anthem?
Of course. I need to stand up, okay?
You can do whatever you want.
Ще не вмерла України ні слава, ні воля. Ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці. Запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Yeah, nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Oksana.
Thank you for your voice. Thank you, Oksana, for your voice. I hope people come and see you. I hope people come and support the band. We wish you and your people and your country the best during this difficult time. And thank you for your bravery.
Thank you so much.
Sasha, Oksana, thank you so much for being here. And thank you all for tuning in. Sasha from KAZKA is performing tonight at the Speakeasy. What time? Do you know?
At 8 p.m.
8 p.m. 8 p.m. at the Speakeasy. Come, please listen to her and support her and her band. You can can watch all of our studio interviews on the South by Southwest TV app, available on Apple TV, Roku, Android TV, and Amazon Fire. These interviews are also available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SXSW. And for a complete list of our interview schedule, check out sxsw.com/studio. I'm Mujahid Ali, and thank you for watching.